Okay guys, so this is 6B intermediate level from English file. 6B intermediate level. I'm going to explain this grammar page for you. So this is about modals of deduction. Modals of deduction: might, can't, and must. Okay, so modal verbs we can use in two ways. The first one is, possibilities and abilities, when we want to talk about possibility, ability, or obligations. This is the main use of modal verbs. But secondly, we can also use for deductions. First of all, deduction is from the verb deduce. Okay, this is from the verb deduce. Deduce, it means guessing or careful thinking based on some evidence. If you guess or carefully think about something, that means you are deducing it. So deduction is noun of deduce. Now, as you can see here on the screen, we have got modals of deduction, and then we can see that we can divide this into three main parts. So here might, and then we got here can't and must. So we're going to start with first one, might. Might, when you think something is possibly true, it's all about certainty level. So if you want to talk about something with, let's say, 50% certainty or 50 to 60% certainty, then you can use might. Example, Tony's phone is switched off. He might be on the plane now. You see, he might be on the plane now or just boarding. So we don't have, so Tony's phone is switched off because of this evidence, switched off. So I am guessing with 50% certainty, I say might. Negative, might not. Laura might not like that skirt. Okay, now, if I am sure that something can't be true, when you are sure something is impossible. So when I say sure, it's like, we don't say 100%, guys. We say 90%, 90% of certainty. That means the certainty is very high because we don't say 100% because 100% is fact. There's no guessing there, it's fact. So it's not 100%, but 90% or 80% of certainty that something is impossible, something is not true. Then we use can't. Nigel can't earn. You see, can't earn much money. Why? Where is the evidence? He is still living with his parents. So based on the fact that he is still living with his parents, I'm saying it's impossible that Nigel earns a lot of money. So I use can't. The woman can't be Jack's wife because Jack's wife has dark hair. So here it's also certainty is quite high. Okay. Now, what about if I talk about highly certain things? I'm guessing, or I am deducing with a very high certainty. Then I use must, guys. The neighbors must be out. No lights. There aren't any lights on the house. So based on this fact, I'm very certain that neighbors, they're not at home. So I say must be out. Your sister must have a lot of money if she drives Porsche. So she drives Porsche. So based on this fact or evidence, I am very certain. My certainty level is very high. And then I use must. Okay. So again, if your certainty is very high and guessing, then you say must. If your certainty is very high but about impossible things, you use can't. But if your certainty level is not that high, 50 to 60%, let's say, then you say might. Okay. Now, instead of might, we can also use may, and could here as well. Could and might we can also use equally in sentences with low certainty situations. But we don't say couldn't. Well, I'm not talking about the negative. Couldn't, we can't. So may not, might not, could. but we don't say couldn't. Couldn't, it's instead of can't, sometimes we can use couldn't, guys, when the certainty is very high for impossible things. Okay, so we've got this explanation here, the same thing. The only thing that I want to explain is here. We often use something progress. When we talk about progress, something is happening or continuing, then we use be gerund after these modal verbs. So they must be having a party. So as you can see, the lights are on and you can see some voice or noise inside. So this is something is happening that's continuing. So I say they must be having party. The music is very loud. And that's it. So this is all about it. Now we're going to do some exercise relating to them. So I'm just going to go down a bit. Here you go, guys. We got here A. We're going to do some of it, not all of it, because the rest of it we're going to do in our class, right? So match the sentences. So he might be American. And D, he is wearing a baseball cap. Okay, he can't be a university student. He can't be a university student. So if you go down here, I is good. He is wearing a school uniform. So if someone is wearing a school uniform, the certainty is very high that he can't be a university student. So I'm going to put here I, guys. Okay, that's how it works. He must be cold. He must be cold. So we need to find sentence relating to cold, right? He must be cold. Yes, so he must be feeling cold. He must be feeling cold. So we go for J. It's freezing. It's very cold outside. And he isn't wearing a jumper. So if the weather is very cold and someone is not wearing a jumper, then we can deduce that he must be cold. So we're going to put here J, guys. Okay. Number 4 as well, we can do that. He could be lost. He could be lost. Why I can say he could be lost? Like, I'm not very sure. Could be, it means I'm not very sure, but 50% certainty. So he is looking at a map. See, he is looking at a map. So according to that evidence, I am guessing or I am deducing that he could be lost. Now we are moving to B, exercise. Complete with must. That's like 90% certainty, I would say. 90%, this is how I usually explain to my students. Might not, this is like 50%. You're not very sure, 50 to 60% as well, why not? And can't is also 90% certainty, but this is for impossible things. Must is for possible things. All right, let's get started. Number 1, do you know anyone who drives a Ferrari? Do you know anyone who drives a Ferrari? A. Yes, my nephew. I don't know his salary, so Ferrari. So his nephew is driving a Ferrari. So he's saying, I don't know his salary, but so because of Ferrari, the certainty is high. So he must earn a fortune. Okay. Number 2, why don't you buy this dress for your mom? I'm not sure. You see, I'm not sure. So this is like certainty level is not high. So we say she like it. So she might not like it. Yeah. She might not like it. It is a bit short for her. Okay, that's it. Now the rest also will be in this way, in this logic, but we're going to do the rest of it in our session, in our class, guys. So that's it. If you have liked the video, if you have taken some benefit, please register to my channel, because I'm going to upload more and more videos relating to English language. I'm sure that you're going to get a lot of benefit from it. You can click on like, you can share the videos, you can leave comments on videos, so that I can try to meet your requirements, things that you would like to learn. I'll try to make more videos for you. So so thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next videos. Take care. Bye bye, guys.